All right. Now this is one of the toughest problems in the first third of the course, probably one of the toughest problems on the test, calculating the median of group frequency data. Okay? So, again, I'm using a problem from the lesson. You'll be given apparent limits, probably not as many of these, probably keep it shorter for the test, but we'll do a little more so you can practice a little better. But we have apparent limits and we have the frequencies. So you're going to get. I'm just going to ask you what's the median. First thing you got to know is you got to know which formula to choose. It's this crazy formula up here. Median of group frequency data. It has all these terms in it. I'm going to give you all the definition of these terms for the examination. Okay? So let's solve for this. Okay? So as we do, we start with the very first piece of the puzzle. What is L? Well, L says the lower real limit of the interval that contains the median. Well, this is already the tricky part right here. The lower real limit of the interval that contains the median. Well, how do we know which interval contains the median? It's tricky. We don't have raw scores. If this was raw data, we could line these up and count into the middle, right? We don't have them. All we have is frequency. But there is a way to get at it. There is a way to figure out what the middle number is. First of all, we need to total up the frequency. And if we total this up, it turns out the total frequency is 1,000. So we're looking for the 500th number, right? Then that would be the middle number. If we had these numbers and we put them in order and we counted into the middle, the 500th number, we'd find our median. We don't have that. But what we can use is cumulative frequency. That's right, cumulative frequency from lesson 2. Remember how we did that? Cumulative frequency? We add them up. We start from the bottom, 14, and we take 14 and we add 32 to it, and we go up. So we go 46, 150, 297, 503, 750, 896, 965, 990, and 1,000. Those are our cumulative frequencies. Now watch what I'm doing here. So this interval contains the first 14 numbers, the first to the 14th number. This contains the 15th number to the 46th number. Follow me? This contains the 47th number to the 150th number. We're looking for the 500th number. That's what we're looking for. That's the interval that contains the median. This interval here has the 298th number to the 503rd number. So what that tells us right now is that that is the interval that contains the median, because this would have the 500th number in it, right here. So that's a start. So now we can figure out L. L is the lower real limit of the interval that contains the median. Be careful, these are apparent limits. We need the lower real limit. Remember what we do there? The lower real limit, we subtract 0.5. So 174.5 would be the lower real limit of the interval that contains the median. So let's plug this into our formula here. Move it up a little bit. We have some calculating to do. 174.5, yay, we have L. What's N? N is the sample size. Sample size is equal to the total frequency, so that's 1,000 divided by 2. And then we just read the next one, CF sub B, the cumulative frequency in the interval below the one that has the median. Well, here's the interval that has the median. Here's the cumulative frequency in the one below it. So 297 goes right in here. And then we have F sub I, the frequency in the interval that contains the median. Well, again, here's the interval that contains the median. There's the frequency. So we're going to put 206 right here. And then we're just going to multiply by interval size. This interval size is 25. There we go. Now we have our numbers just to plug in. Make sure you do order of operations properly here. 174.5 plus, this is the way I was taught how to do it. 1,000 divided by 2 is 500 minus 297 over 206 times 25. 174.5 plus 500 not subtracted from 297 is 203 over 206 times 25. 174.5 plus this value right here is 0.985 times 25. And make sure you do the proper operations here. Remember, we always multiply before we add here. So 174.5 plus these two right here is 24.625. And then we add the final two together to get 199.125. That is our solution to the median of group frequency data.